Welcome back to Joyfully at Home. Today we are going to make a very simple and easy treat that doesn't look like it would be simple and easy, but they are. We're going to be making cake pops. And this is a special treat this week in light of my daughter's birthday. She decided she wanted cake pops for her special treat, so that's what we're going to do today. And it's so easy. You can use a box cake mix, even commercial frosting if you want. So you can make these as easy or as complicated as you'd like. So today, that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do, is cake pops. Okay, so for these, I'm doing chocolate cake pops. You can literally do any flavor you like. You can do vanilla, you can do strawberry, you can do red velvet. There's any number of combinations you can do with cake pops. And seeing how we need to do things kind of a little bit quick this week with schedules and such, I decided to just go with a cake mix for cake pops. I've done them from scratch cakes before, but we just took an ordinary cake mix. You just make it according to the directions and then let it cool, and then your cake will be ready for cake pops. You can obviously do this with a scratch cake, anything you like. Any flavor you like. But in light of timing and schedules this week, I decided to go the easy route, and we'll show you how to do it. So the easy part is we just start off with your baked chocolate cake, and that I wrapped this one because I did this one ahead of time just to save time today. So I just baked it ahead of time, let it cool, wrapped it in freezer paper, and it's all ready. So the easiest way that I find to do this, you can mix it up with a spoon. It's fine to do it that way too, but I actually find it so much easier and somewhat satisfying to go ahead and take your cake with your hands, just throw on a pair of gloves so you don't get too messy, and just start tearing your cake up into fine crumbs. You want to get so you don't have a lot of big pieces in your cake. You just start tearing it apart. Get it so it's all small crumbs. And once you have that texture of crumbs, then we will add our frosting to our cake pop mixture. And it's really as simple as that. Now that you have your cake all crumbled up into nice fine crumbs here, I have my homemade buttercream, which you don't have to use homemade buttercream. I just happen to have this on hand from a cake that I made recently. So you just add a couple heaping tablespoons of buttercream. Again, it can be store-bought frosting. And then you just, by hand, just start mixing it in. You're going to want your final result to be well packed together mixture. If it's dry, you can add a little bit more of your frosting, but you just keep basically smushing it together, kind of like you're making a sandcastle when you were a little kid. You just keep packing it together with that frosting, mixing that in there. As I say, that's why I like to use gloves. It kind of helps you to feel the texture of your mix a little bit better than if you didn't have them on and you were just using a spoon. It helps to know if you're getting a nice packing texture. By the time we're all mixed together, we're going to have just the right fudgy packing texture for our cake pop. So now that you've added your icing into your cake mix, you're going to wind up with something that looks like this. Get it all packed together. And if you wind up with a nice chocolatey ball like this, or whatever flavor of cake you're mixing, you're going to see that this is packed together nicely. That's the kind of texture you're going to want to start making your cake pops, because you know that's going to hold together well. So now I just use a standard cookie scoop, and I just start by taking little balls out of that, put it in my hand, and just pack. Make it sure it's nice and round. Again, this is why it helps to use gloved hands. You got a nice little round cake pop ball. Now we take a cake pop stick. What I do is we've already gotten some candy melts, melted, and just microwave them for about a minute, and then you stick that right in your cake pop. You get a little dribble, you can go ahead and spread it out on the bottom, and then we just lay them down just like that. Once we go ahead and get all our cake pops made, we're going to go ahead and chill these for at least 3 hours. Once they're chilled, you can go ahead and dip these in your candy melts and create the chocolate coating on the outside and decorate them any way you wish. But for now, we go ahead and we get the rest of our cake pops made so we can get them chilling. So we have about 6 of them done here. I'm actually going to make certainly more than this, but this shows you exactly what you're going to have to go into the refrigerator to chill. An average box cake mix or standard cake batter will make about 40 cake pops. So I'm going to keep making these cake pops, but I wanted to show you what it's going to look like when they go to the refrigerator to chill. They'll chill 3 hours minimum. You don't want them frozen when you dip them into the candy coating because that will cause the candy coating to crack. But you do want them nicely chilled. So 3 hours, they can even chill till the next day overnight if you need to. That's perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get these chilling, and then we'll show you how to dip them and decorate them. Now that our cake pops are all on our sticks and perfectly chilled, all we need to do is dip these into our melted chocolate wafers, just like these here. They're just melted candy wafers. Your cake pops are chilled, so the chocolate will start to stiffen up fairly quickly. And just make sure you tap off any excess that you have. And then you have something ready, whether it be something styrofoam. Something styrofoam tends to work a little bit better than most things. You may even have a cake pop stand. If you do, that's great. But it's not necessarily something that you have to make cake pops. Just make sure your excess is off. I take just a dollar store styrofoam heart. Make sure I have my holes in it. And then you can decorate in any way you like. You can put sprinkles, you can swirl other colors of chocolate. You can literally decorate them in any way you like. So you just keep dipping in your melted chocolate, tapping off any excess, and you keep adding them to your styrofoam block until you have all your cake pops dipped. You may get a drip here and there if you didn't quite get all your excess off, and that's totally fine. And that's all there is to it. You just keep decorating them and keep putting them in your block until you have them all finished. Once you have all of your cake pops completely dipped and decorated, now you can either leave them in your block of styrofoam that you're using or your cake pop stand for your chocolate to set up, or you can go ahead and put them in the refrigerator to allow them to set up faster. It's entirely up to you. So even if you want to bag these for gifts, there are little treat bags that you can get at any of your craft stores or even Walmart. And they'll go ahead and they'll have a little bag with a little tie, and you can decorate them right up for gifts or anything like that, or just enjoy these for a birthday party or any special occasion or holiday that's coming up. They're a million different ways to decorate these. There's so many different creative ways that you can make cake pops, and it all starts with this same base. So this is what you'll wind up having, and you can enjoy them just like this.